If you mix cottage cheese with only flour, baking powder, and
What
salt,
are you
you can actually make
doing?
pizza dough that comes out.
Nothing. You should be studying. It's just that I've probably watched every YouTube video on how to study most efficiently and productively, and I have still no clue how to do that. Well, have you checked out Bailey's latest video on how to actually study most efficiently, even when you don't feel like it? Look, I don't need another YouTuber telling me to drink more water and use active recall. Just give it a try. Fine. I promise you, you won't regret it. Hi guys, in today's video I'm gonna be giving you 5 strategies on how to study most efficiently even when you don't feel like it. Because as a psychology student myself, I've struggled a lot with studying efficiently and productively, but since I know you should be studying right now, let's get right into it. Study advice number 1 is reverse studying. This means you first look at the exercises from, for instance, previous exams on that topic, not only to see what you can already do and what you can't, but rather because there's a psychology behind this method. Evolutionary, our brain had to focus on the things which were unknown to us, since the unknown could basically mean danger. So by making your brain aware of this knowledge gap, by first looking at the exercises and seeing what you can do and what you can't do, you make your brain instantly focus deeper on filling in the gap, aka learning the stuff. The next strategy is become your own study guru. When you can watch this video, chances are that you had the opportunity to film stuff on your device. So start filming yourself or your learning material while explaining it. Then put these videos into folders and name them after their content. Now every time you type in the title of the video in the search box, you will be easily shown the video. You might be thinking, well, Bailey, there are endless YouTube videos out there. Why making the effort and filming one myself? This method is gonna be save you a ton of time which you could have spent otherwise on writing everything down in detail. B, it's gonna reinforce your memory on that specific topic whilst explaining it out loud. And C, this method makes sure you understand everything properly and don't run the risk of not understanding your own notes later when you revise them. Strategy number 3 is make it a habit. It is way easier to have fixed times at which you sit down and study instead of waiting for your motivation to decide when to study. So picture these 2 scenarios. Scenario number 1, you come back from school or uni and wait until you have fully recovered from the daily stress. You think, maybe I will do this work after lunch. After lunch you go on like, I still don't feel energized enough, but maybe after watching some Netflix. But guess what? Your energy is still not there. You think, what about a nap? But oh wait, after the nap it's already too late and you should do the work. Maybe tomorrow. And I don't blame anyone because this used to be me. But now also think about scenario 2. You come home, eat your meal, and instantly afterwards, you sit on your desk and start studying automatically. Because every day after you have finished your meal, after you come back home, you get university or school stuff done. What happens in scenario 2 is that your brain connects an already established habit, aka eating your meal after coming back home, with this for you new habit, instantly sitting down on your desk and getting work done. It doesn't matter which established habit you want to link to the new one, but it really works. Of course, this was only an example, but you get the point, right? By the way, I got this knowledge from Atomic Habits. If you haven't already, I would highly recommend you reading it. Strategy number 4 is forget everything you know about taking notes. The second I started university, somehow I became an Anki fangirl. But in case you can't give up on your aesthetic notes, here's how to use them. First, let me guess, this is how you take notes currently. Before even understanding anything about the topic, you grab your fancy highlighters and try to think about which title would look the most aesthetic. But what if I told you that it's the most efficient and productive to start writing your notes after getting fully exposed to the topic and starting to understand it. So let me explain. I assume that everyone has experienced this situation where, for instance, the teacher demands us to write something down from the chalkboard into our notebooks. And yes, we might be writing them down, but we honestly don't actually understand or realize what we are writing down. We are simply passively writing things down. So instead, to be more efficient, collect your questions during class or your lectures and write them down in a Word document or, for instance, GoodNotes. Later at home, you will write your notes based on these questions. Very important, every question becomes a headline. Then you go ahead and answer these questions from memory first without looking at your learning material. Only after this process, go and fill in the gaps with the learning material. When you make notes like that, it makes you actively understand what it is you are writing about and thus making the learning process a lot faster. Number 5 is adapt the learner mindset. All these tips I've mentioned are useless if you don't implement this last one. Ask yourself, what would a productive learner do right now, and act like this person. Even if it feels weird at first, the more you act like a good learner, the more your brain starts to believe that you are one. Besides, look at the bigger picture. Would your future self be rather proud of you because you did not study? Or would your future self be proud of you for studying and getting great degrees? But keep in mind, even the most productive people, they don't always feel like getting work done. So please don't pressure yourself too much, and please don't forget to take your breaks. So I hope you found this video useful. If so, consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!